since. When I was a teenager, there was one book that really left a mark on me, The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. It wasn't just another story, it was a journey into a dystopian world that felt both thrilling and terrifying. Let me tell you why this book was the best one I read during my adolescence. The story takes place in a future where society has collapsed and the world is divided into districts. Every year, a boy and a girl from each district are chosen to fight in a deadly event called the Hunger Games. It's a brutal battle where only one can survive. The protagonist, Katniss Everdeen, is a fierce and resourceful girl from District 12. She volunteers to take her sister's place in the games, knowing that the odds are stacked against her. What really captivated me about the Hunger Games was Katniss. She wasn't a typical hero, she wasn't looking for glory or fame, she was fighting to protect her loved ones, especially her sister Bri. She also was tough, but vulnerable. She had to make difficult choices, and many of those decisions stayed with her long after the games ended. One of the things that resonated with me the most was the theme of survival. Katniss had to navigate a world full of dangers, not just from the arena, but from the people who manipulated the system for their own gain. It made me think about how far people are willing to go for survival and the sacrifices they make along the way. But it wasn't just a story about a fight for survival, it was also about resistance against oppression, the power of hope, and the consequences of violence. As a teenager, it made me question the world around me. How much control do we really have? How far will we go for freedom? It's a story that stayed with me long after I finished reading it. Another aspect that stood out to me in the Hunger Games was the complex relationships between the characters. Katniss' interactions with Peeta and Gale were full of tension, uncertainty, and growth. It made me reflect on how relationships are in our own lives can change sometimes unexpectedly as we face challenges together. So now looking back, The Hunger Games was more than just a book. It was an experience that shaped how I saw the world during my adolescence. It opened my eyes to the importance of standing up for what's right, even when it's hard. And that's why to this day I consider it the best book I read in my teenage years.